There, Toy here. Do you know where to find readers? So, this is the challenge. I feel pretty confident that I will be able to find established authors and aspiring writers to hopefully, participate in my podcasts. Um, I'm a little bit more concerned about being able to find readers to be on my podcast. Not that I can't find readers. So let me put a little bit of a context to this. When you are someone who has published or has pursued publication, you often ask the question, how do you find readers or where are the readers? And usually in that context, you're looking for readers of your work. You're looking to find a fan base or a community, something like that. For me, this right now is a challenge because I'm not looking for readers of my work. I mean, I'm always looking for readers of my work, but what I mean is going out, putting myself out there to find someone to appear on a podcast because they want to talk about books because they love books. Like that's a little bit of a different approach. I think people are so used to trying to be sold something that I'm nervous that I'm going to hit some resistance when I start trying to contact people. Like I'm afraid that they might think I have some kind of ulterior motive. I don't know. I just know what it's like that sometimes people assume that you're always like trying to sell them something. Even when you're like trying to like help them or give them something, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have a different kind of experience, within the kind of bookish community. So that's kind of I guess, a little bit of a concern and insecurity that I have is being able to find readers. I know readers are out there and I actually know where to find them. I mean, if you're on social media at all, you've seen Book Talk and BookTube and you know they're on Instagram. Like there are readers out there. So that's I'm not saying that the readers aren't out there. I'm just concerned about whether or not they are approachable for something like this. The idea of presenting this to someone and saying, "Hey, I see you have like a passion for books. I'd love for you to appear on my podcast," and them to be like, what's the oh why is my brain not working? But they'll be like, what's the catch? Like, no catch. I really want you to just come on and talk about how much you love books. Like, I don't know. So that's kind of a challenge that I'm gonna have to face it because I'm gonna have to like find readers and let them know that this opportunity is out there. And so anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about, formatting for the different shows. Read Local show and the Read All Over show already have a predetermined format. It's what I've used in the past. I'm going to continue with it. I am, still working out the kinks for what I want to do with the Aspiring Writer podcast and, of course, the Reader podcast that I'm focusing on today. And just kind of figuring out like what that's going to look like. But I don't know. I definitely want to keep it as simple as possible, but I do want it to kind of appeal to the current audience of readers. And so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm one of the cool kids. Like that's just never been a thing. I don't know what the kids are into these days. I even when I was the age of the young people now, I was never seemed to be like that connected to what was happening now because I was always had my nose in a book, which I find strange because I do have so many other interests. Like I love music and art, and I've always, and appreciated like theater and things like that. And I was always just seemed to be late to things like whatever was popular or current or whatever I would always find about it when it was no longer popular or current anymore. So I believe that's another challenge is um I don't think it'll be necessarily difficult to reach my own like demographic, but I want to reach, a wide demographic. I know a lot of people who are older than me are like avid readers, but are they willing to get in front of a camera and talk to me? Do they know how to get on front of the camera that's on their computer? I don't like to make assumptions. My grandmother, who's 92 years old, took online classes so that she could get, her ministry degree at the age of 90. So I'm not underestimating the older generation, but I'm also recognizing the fact that my grandmother might be an exception. The other older people may not want to get in front of the computer and have a conversation with me. And the younger kids, I call them kids, they're adults, they could be kids, but they may or may not be interested in a long form interview. They might just want to do a reel and peace out. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'm going to be finding out because I'm going to be putting myself out there, trying to connect with readers to make this podcast a reality. And again, I've mentioned before that of the 3 podcasts, I realized this is the one that's probably going to be the most challenging because no one's really asking me for it. I just want to do it. As I love talking to writers and authors about their creative process, but I'm also a fan. Like I want to talk to other fans of like stories and books and have that conversation just as well. And I think that one is going to be the current challenge. But I am up for it. I am up for the challenge. I have to be if I'm going to try to get the word out and have some conversations with some readers. We'll see what happens. So this was, kind of a short episode, but just a reminder that I am open to having people come onto my podcast, start booking and recording those things so that they can launch in early summer of 2026. And I'm excited about the possibilities. So guys, as always, stay safe, be blessed, and keep reading. Lit Carnivale number 4, starring Toy Thomas, featuring no one else at this time. Topics discussed: finding readers, building community, not being creepy. Produced by Toy Thomas in association with the Toy Box Awards and Lit Carnivale. Directed by Toynette Toy Thomas. Thanks again to the Lit Carnivale community on Substack and on YouTube. Your book fandom is here.